Hello, this is a video to help you work through problems involving probabilities totaling 1. Let's look at these example questions. A biased coin has a probability of landing on heads of 0.8. What is the probability of tails? Well, the total probability is always 1. You can only get heads and tails. So I can do 1 minus 0.8 equals 0.2. So if heads is 0.8, tails would be 0.2. If heads were 0.8, tails would be 0.2. These two numbers, the probability of heads and the probability of tails, add up to 1. Let's have a look at question 2, or example 2. I've got a bag of 8 counters. I'm going to pick one. I know 3 are red. What's the probability of picking one that is not red? Well, if 3 are red, then 5 are not red. So there's 5 not red out of 8 counters in total. So in the bag, there are 8 counters. So the probability is out of 8, this time as a fraction. 5 are not red, so 5 out of 8. Let's look at this third example. Owen plays Alfie at tennis. The probability Alfie wins is 0.61. They cannot draw. What is the probability that Owen wins? So either Alfie wins or Owen wins. They cannot draw. Probabilities always add up to 1. I've got 2 possibilities. So I do 1 minus 0.61, which equals 0.39. The probability that Owen wins is 0.39. Now these 3 examples will help you go through the tasks on the next page I'm going to show you. If you need to go through these again, rewind the video. You're going to do these questions. I'm going to give a few hints. If you don't need the hints, pause and do the questions. If you need the hints, listen to them. Number 1 is about a biased coin with a probability of 0.7. Imagine what the probability of not heads is, and that's the probability of tails. This is like example 1 we just did. Here's an example with 10 marbles, 4 are red. What's the probability of picking one that's not red? Well, if 4 are red, how many are left? That's like example 2 on the previous page. In a cake shop, the probability of a customer buying a cream cake is 5/8. Well, a little hint here may help you. 1 minus 5/8. That's what you need to do. If you've got 5/8, you need to make a whole. How many eighths are left? Number 4, another biased coin has a probability of landing on tails of 0.32. Well, that's the same. but it's just a little bit more difficult of some, really. You do 1 minus 0.32. Well, I'll let you have a go at the rest because you've probably had enough hints. I'll just look at number 5. The probability of a die landing on a number that isn't 6. Well, how many sides? This is a normal die, has 6 faces. What's the probability of it not being 6? Well, what have you got left? If you haven't got 6, you've just got 1 to 5. Pause the video and do your best at checking these before I reveal the answers. Okay, here are the answers. You can see them on the right hand side. 0.3 for 1. That adds up to 0.7 and 0.3 is 1. 4 were red in question 2, so 6 weren't red, so it's 6 out of 10. Well, 5/8. What's left to make 1? 3/8. So the probability of not buying a cream cake was 3/8. Number 4, 1 minus 0.32, 0.68. The die one, you roll in the die, well there's 5 numbers that aren't 6, so it's 5 out of 6. Number 6, probabilities of year 7 winning was 0.28. 1 minus 0.28 gives you 0.72. Probability of year 9 winning in question 7 was 0.75. 1 minus that, 0.25. Ted plays a game of chess against a computer he cannot draw, so it's 0.63 chance of winning. That leaves 0.37. So the idea is probabilities adding up to 1. I hope this made sense. Thank you.